Hello everyone, let's check out our daily. It looks like we have Rising Sun, Nocturne, and what are these from? I don't remember. Cornucopia Guilds. There's a look at the whole kingdom. Okay, so big impact thing I see here is sickness. Gain a curse onto your deck or discard 3 cards. Now that might not actually be very impactful given the presence of a strong trasher like Remake. So maybe I don't care about that too much. We'll probably open with a Remake given that it's, again, such a strong trasher. We have draw in the form of Hunting Party, Shepherd, Litter, Imperial Envoy. Where's the plus buy? Imperial Envoy. That's it, I guess, right? Shepherd as draw might be something we go for. I wonder if sickness will even activate, given that Poet is the omen, the only omen. Like, you don't... It's obviously, it never hurts to have this in your deck. It'll draw a lot of stuff, but we're going to be trashing a lot with Remake. If we keep the estates, then for Shepherd, then Poet can draw those. That's really nice. We can dish out curses with Idol, potentially. Yeah, I'm not totally positive. And also, do we rush for any of these 5-cost cards? Given, the huge amount of draw we can get from Litter and Envoy, so how much debt would that give us? 3? But it also gives us a hand size increase of 5. Maybe we turn estates into silvers and then just pick up a lot of Litter on, well, not a lot, a couple Litters and Envoys. Maybe even just 1 Envoy for the plus buy. Get the rest of the draw from Hunting Party, and maybe we throw in Shepherds later if we have the extra buys. Yeah, I'm not totally sure whether I want to trash my estates or not, is basically what I'm thinking at the moment. But let's say I do trash my estates into silvers. Is there any... Maybe I take like 1 Night Watchman just for... Night Watchman is another way that you can set up Shepherd stuff. If you end up with a lot of green in your discard, like if you discard the things properly so that you don't end up drawing back all these green cards, buy a Shepherd, play Night Watchman, and you can very nicely top deck Shepherd and 4 estates or something like that. But I think I'm opening Remake. Here's the thing with Remake, the cursing from Idol isn't even going to be that impactful. So maybe I take a Remake. Yeah, I'm not completely sure here. Well, we're opening with this. That's what I know. And probably a silver, right? Oh. Of course. Of course. So what did they do? They took Remake silver. They upgraded to silver. So I still have all of my estates here. Will I take Poet or Shepherd? I think Poet and draw with these cards up top. Hunting party kind of makes sense. So this is strange. I'm going to take one. Do I want a night watchman? I don't think I do, honestly. Well, not on that turn at least, right? Because I would have likely... There were 4 cards there. Maybe that was wrong. Maybe I should have. I don't know. Anyway. So I only have the 1 terminal in Remake. Imperial Envoy seems a little bit early because it's likely to draw Remake and Poet Dead. But so I'm leaning towards Litter here. The next Remake, I don't mind remaking the Poet into a 5 and Estate into Silver again. Maybe I take Hunting. I don't have plus buy yet. Maybe I take a Hunting party here and eventually remake the Poet into a 5 and pick up. Yeah, I'm going to do this. Well, I'm obviously not remaking the Poet here. Let's just do that. What did they do? They did take a Night Watchman. And they trashed... Oh, they... Oh, interesting. Of course. That's a nice little trick. Trash Estate directly into a 4 cost. So I actually have quite a bit of money in my deck here. I've got, what, 3 or 4 silvers? So maybe I do take a Litter here. I know I don't like the debt that it comes with on play, but hopefully the money, I can pay off that money. Yeah, you know what I mean. Okay, and I think here I need to take Imperial Envoy. Okay. I don't want this hunting party to draw... Well, does it really matter what order I do this? If I could remake the Poet into something, that would be nice. Remake Poet into... What, Idol? And Estate into Silver. Then I'll be top decking 1 stop card, which isn't that bad. What would I be buying? 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's what I do. Go like this into Idol, you into Silver. Don't draw the Idol, naturally. Why would I expect to be able to draw the Idol? And do I go like hunting party Idol? So I've only got 2 coppers left. So this remake is starting to lose. Like I'll be making less money on future turns. Maybe I start greening. Like if I do like Hunting Party Idle, and then next turn a little bit of green, like maybe Province Shepherd. Will I be able to afford that? Maybe. Maybe if I don't trash the coppers. Well, if I'm not playing the remake, if I don't play the remake, I could just add another Imperial Envoy here. So I could go Idle Imperial Envoy. And that's sort of break even in terms of money. And if I just sort of over time try to maintain consistency, like Province Shepherd, Province Litter, that kind of, I don't know. Let's do this. Oh, I forgot about sickness, of course. Well, I didn't forget about it, but I think we just gain curse. So now I wonder if they are going to be in trouble because of sickness. I mean, they also have a remake, right? Like I don't need to play now. Well, now I do need to play the remake quite a bit. So maybe I should add another litter rather than an Imperial Envoy. What did I trash here? Curse Copper. I don't have any 4-cost cards left. The thing is, like, getting rid of the curses with remake means I have to get rid of other stuff too, right? Because it trashes 2 cards. You know, I could at some point remake a 5-cost into a gold. Even Idle won't necessarily be all that impactful. Yeah, so I took the litter there in the hopes that, like, in the future I'll take Imperial Envoy. I could do discards, right? I don't need to take the curses. I can probably draw through here. Oh, discard 3 cards. So this is risky because if I top deck a curse, if I know I have a litter down here, a litter and an Imperial Envoy. I think I need to discard cards here. This sucks. Like I'm hoping next turn there's a litter down there. And I think another hunting party. So that's all right. Like I'm almost tempted to add a shepherd here in anticipation for greening later. I could just go Imperial Envoy Shepherd. I don't know if that's a good idea. And I think I'll gain a curse here. So I think down there I have a litter and an Imperial Envoy, so I'll draw very well next turn. I could add like what? Idle, like, yeah, these cards, I'm still not totally used to playing with these cards debt on play, because you're not adding money to your deck by, in some way, like in a way by doing that. How about just another Hunting Party Idle? That adds money to my deck. If I can get around to finally playing both Litters and both Imperial Envoys to get all the draw up, that'll be good. Oh, they have a pretty big dud here. Well, they had, I guess they discarded. Gain the curse. So I don't need to play this. Let's just get rid of these, I guess. Nice. Don't know if I want that, but okay, not the worst. Okay, so now I feel a little bit better. These silvers I might eventually be remaking into shepherds. So here I could go like Province Shepherd. Maybe, well, or maybe just Province Hunting Party. Does it make sense to add an estate? Is that stupid? An estate is another unique card that Hunting Party can draw. Another thing that my Shepherd can discard. I mean, other scenario is I remake the estate directly into a Shepherd by taking Night Watchman. So I think what I'll do here is I'll actually discard 3 cards and just hope in that in the top, well, no, in the top 2 I would need a litter. Oh, well, we can gain a curse. Thank you. Makes that decision pretty easy. Okay, well, this is bad, but I can province here. I think I don't even play the Imperial Envoy. That's fine. That's fine. Did they discard cards? Why did they have so... Oh, they remade 2. All right, they trashed 2 curses. I'm almost certainly going to have to play one of these, so let's just do it. Okay. That's a lot of money down there, I think, right? There's 2 idols and 2 silvers or something like that. So I might be able to do some top decking tricks here, right? I'm going to draw 6 cards. That means 2 of these green cards will get top decked. I think, right? I discard a state, province, pasture. I drew a province. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are the 5 cards. I drew province and a state. So down there is, I guess, province and pasture. How much money do I have? 12, 13, wait. 12, 18, 19 minus 4, 15. So that could be like province, shepherd, night watchman, and I can top deck some things, or I can just go remake curse and silver to shepherd. Then how much money would I have? So this, oh, I can't play. Okay, so 10, 6, 17 minus 4, 13. That's province, night watchman, estate. Unless this does something silly against me. So province, oh, I only have 2 buys. Shucks, shucks, shucks. I think I need to take a night watchman. That's, what is this again? This is 2 victory cards. There's a 3rd one there. It has to be night watchman, unfortunately. Okay, so I need to do something that adds a little bit more money to my deck so that I can play the Imperial Envoy. I need to be able to play the Imperial Envoy and not lose money on it. Maybe I don't know, does it make sense to remake hunting parties into golds or something like that? I do have a 2nd Imperial Envoy I could play, but thank you. I'm definitely playing one of these, right? So what's down there? A bunch of green cards. I have Night Watchman in hand. I think I should play one of these hunting parties. Yeah, okay, that's all right. And how much money do I have? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 minus 3, 11. It's not enough to put a shepherd in the discard. Count that again. 12, 13, 14 minus 3 is 11. Is there another shepherd down there by any chance? I'm not sure how many I have. I think probably only 2. Yeah, I think I only have 2. What I could do instead, does it make sense to remake? If I remake Night Watchman directly to Shepherd, and then silver to Night Watchman, then I can do my top decking stuff. And I'll have 10, 11, 12, and I can afford a province. So So maybe that's what I do. Like, this is 3 green cards, I believe. What? Oh. I think I still have enough money for this, though. Sorry, I for some reason I thought silver would go to Night Watchman. It doesn't. So if I trash instead of copper, then I'll have 12, 13 minus 3, which is not enough for... I could trash the estate. It's 2 points, but maybe we can... I think in order to my deck is not... There's a good risk I dud if I don't actually set my next turn up. So... Like, I think I have to do this, unfortunately. Okay, what do I got now? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Minus 3 is 11. I think that's probably the best I can do. I can just rebuy the estate here, Province Estate. I did not want that. Well, no, I did, because I drew a silver, so that's more green cards down there. I've lost track of exactly where my green cards are. And actually, I have more money now, so this is good. Province and perhaps just duchy. And rely a little bit more on Shepherd for draw in total. Maybe I keep the litter there. This is fine. I'm not sure what the last card in my deck is, if that's... is that a green card? It might be an idol. But it's still best to... Still fine to keep the litter like I did. They don't have... do they have any plus buy? I guess boons from idols could be plus buy. Well, we should win here. Nope. We should win here. Classic last words. Okay. I'll do that, and nothing else can turn into points. So whatever. Ooh. All right. Yeah, I mean, I didn't clue into it until much later, but the AI never had plus buy, except potentially from idle. I guess it could have acquired some mid-turn with remake, but the fact that it never had plus buy means I should not have... I mean, I wasn't worried, but I shouldn't... I was overthinking, given that the lead I had, and like, how are they going to come back without plus buy? Again, they could remake stuff mid-turn into it, especially considering how many poets they had. I think they must have had 4 at the end there. Oh, did they trash one? I know I trashed one. So they trashed one also. I did not clue in to remake estate into Night Watchman. Night Watchman goes straight to your hand. So then the second trash of remake can be the Night Watchman you just gained into a 4 cost. Completely didn't catch that until I saw the AI do it. Yeah, but I think given the state of my deck here, there's a very real risk of a full-on dud if I did not consistently set up my next turn with the Shepherd Green stuff and Night Watchman. So that's why I was very careful about, making sure I ended up with a Shepherd in the discard and a Night Watchman in hand. It even, it made me trash things at times that I didn't really want to, but fine. Yeah, like it's strange relying on this for all of your draw, because if you add a Litter and an Imperial Envoy to your deck, you get more control, but that's a gold worth of money, a gold worth of debt that you're taking on. So if you're not also adding a way to pay for that debt, you're controlling more, but you're not really able to, spike higher green points. It was a little awkward. I kept hitting 15 after paying off the debt, so I could never double province, but I don't know if that would have been a good idea anyway, again, because I only had 2 buys. And if I just double province, then I'm not setting up my next turn, and there's a good chance that I just dud. So anyway, it was fine. Nice kingdom. It'll be cool to see what everyone else does with it. Thanks for watching.